Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found mortally injured on Brian Albert's front lawn.
State your name and spell your last name.
Sure, it's Brian, last name Albert, A-L-B-E-R-T.
And do you work, sir?
I retired now. Retired.
What did you retire from?
Boston Police Department.
And how long were you a member of the Boston Police Department?
Approximately 30 years.
And a big question in this trial for you will be, when was John O'Keefe left to die in the cold? I expect the Commonwealth will try to persuade you that he was left there sometime around 12:30 a.m. because they're going to try to prove to you that Karen Reed hit him and that his body stayed there the entire night until first responders arrived at 6 a.m. You will learn that there were 6 people at that after-hours party at Brian Albert's house.
Order of how people left and when people left.
I believe Brian Higgins left first, approximately 1:30ish. Then Jennifer and Matt and Brian's 2 friends left 12:45, 12:50, and then 1:45, 1:50. I'm sorry, and then Caitlin was probably closer to 2.
All of whom left by the front door and would have been confronted by John O'Keefe's lifeless body on that lawn. And you know who else saw no one laying outside in the early morning hours of January 29th? The snowplow driver. The name of the plow driver was Brian Laughlin. He was driving a big snowplow in Canton that night. You'll learn that the nickname for it at the DPW was Frankenstein. Brian Laughlin passed by 34 Fairview in his plow, traveling right by Brian Albert's front lawn at 2:30 in the morning. You'll learn that Brian Laughlin confirms that at about 2:30, when he went by that house, John O'Keefe was not on that front lawn. That Brian Laughlin also provides some other troubling testimony for the Commonwealth. You'll learn that after making that pass at 2:30 in the morning and seeing no body, he showed up again at the entrance to Fairview Road, intending to make another pass down it with his plow. This time, however, at about 3:30 in the morning, he looked down the street and he saw that parked right next to Brian Albert's front lawn, right in the very area where John O'Keefe's body was later found at 6 a.m., Brian Laughlin saw a Ford Edge parked on the side of the road. Now, that was over 2 years ago. Karen didn't know then what you will learn during this trial.
And after you were dropped off with your vehicle, what kind of vehicle was that?
That was a Ford Edge.
Brian Laughlin saw a Ford Edge parked on the side of the road.
And if you recall, as you're pulling into the driveway, did you pull into the left side, the right side, or?
I believe I pulled in on the left side of the driveway.
When you arrived there, your husband Brian was driving. Where does he park in relation to the house?
We pulled into the driveway.
So you had gone to bed about what time?
Probably 2:30ish, somewhere around there.